Good morning, Mr. Musigidi.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, Mr. Phiri. I don't know your rank.
Morning, Commissioners.
Should
I'm
I use
okay.
Mr. What rank, or should I use your rank? If so, what is it?
My
Rank.
rank is Major. Major.
Major.
Major.
Major.
Yes.
Oh. You have that in the TMPD?
Yes, we have that.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
In fact, Chair, previously it was called Superintendent.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so in line, when they aligned with subs, it is called Major.
Major. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Please place your full names on record.
My full names will appear on the files as Lebohang Andrew Phiri, but in actual fact, it's Andrew Lebohang Phiri. But due to...
No, let's use what you go by.
Okay. Lebohang Andrew Phiri.
Lebohang Andrew Phiri. All right. Will you be swearing or will you be affirming?
I'll be swearing.
Do you swear that the evidence you're going to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? If so, please raise your right hand and say, "So help me God."
So help me God.
Thank you, Major.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Mr. Phiri.
Good morning, Advocate Musigidi.
Yes, Mr. Phiri, you should have with you a couple of files, about 5 files. We will assist you to go through them, but for the purpose of this section, I just want you to focus on the first 2 files, and then when you move to different files, I will guide you accordingly. So would you pick up the very first file? That's file
I don't
1.
have, sorry for interjecting, I don't have 5 files, I have 4 here.
It's
But,
fine. Let's work with that. Let's start
the
with
first
file 1.
files.
Yes. And you will see that on file 1, when you open it,
Yes.
it will refer to a statement of Lebohang Andrew Phiri. That's on the index. And then if you page over, you will see the actual statement. Are you there?
I page 2, page 7.
That's 1 to 7 years.
Yes.
Can you confirm that is your statement, Mr. Phiri?
Yes, this is my signature and this is my statement.
Yes. And the signature appears on the very last page, which is page 7.
Yes,
Yes.
that's my signature.
And you confirm the contents thereof as well, of your statement?
Yes, this is my statement and I confirm the contents.
Thank you. Mr. Phiri, you submitted a second statement,
Yes.
which appears, you will see right at the end of the file, towards the end of the file, it's a 3-page statement.
Yes, I see.
Yes. Do you also confirm the contents of that?
Yes, I do.
And also, do you confirm that at the bottom of page 3, that is your signature?
Yes, this is my signature.
Thank you. Mr. Phiri, we'll start with the first statement.
Yes.
So the idea is that you go through your statement and read it into the record, but also feel free to expand or explain where it needs to be. We will try not to disrupt you, and there might be clarity-seeking questions here and there. And then only once we've done going through your statement, then we'll ask some probing questions. So that's the theme that you want to follow. So let's start with paragraph 1 on the very first statement that we just dealt with, the one with 7 pages.
Okay. Just a clarity, Advocate. When I read this statement, do I have to refer to annexures?
Yes, you can tell us if you want us to go to those annexures as well, which there might be a need, and if there's no need, you tell us that there's an annexure. I don't want to go through it, but if you want us to go there and go through that annexure, feel free to do so.
Okay, because
Yes.
I think it will be helpful so that I read the statement, go to the annexure,
As we
and
go.
then we move on.
Yes, no, that
Okay.
makes sense. Thank you.
Can I begin?
You may.
Okay, thanks. I'm an adult male residing in Pretoria, employed by the City of Tshwane Metropolitan Department as a major in road policing, Region 3, Sector 2 of the City of Tshwane. Save where otherwise stated or where it appears from the context to the contrary, the facts contained herein are within my personal knowledge, are to the best of my knowledge and belief, both true and correct, and I do swear positively thereto. I deposed to this statement to assist the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into criminality, political interference, and corruption in the criminal justice system arising from the specific allegation made public by Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi on the 6th of July 2025. As well as in response to the notices issued in terms of Rule 3 of the Rules of Commission dated 27 March 2026 and Regulation 1, subsection 6 of the Regulation of the Commission dated 2nd April 2026. I wish to place it on record that I am currently suspended from my official duties. The statement is therefore not intended to exhaustive, but promised on providing responses to the questions raised in the notice.
That should be premised.
Or premised
Yeah.
on providing responses to the questions raised in the notices. To the extent that further detail is required, I will accordingly submit supplementary statement to the Commission. B, appointment. I have been employed by the municipality since 2008. For the past 15 years, I've been responsible for handling security deployments without any prior disciplinary issues. Initially, my duties were executed within the city manager's office prior to my current position. C, your authority to issue instruction for the provision of ad hoc security services under TMPD 02-2016/2017, in particular Gubis 85 Solutions, Pty Ltd. Firstly, I wish to categorically place on record that I derive my authority to issue instructions for ad hoc security deployments directly from Director Chukudu Malachi, and the instruction to run the process and handling of ad hoc for water and sanitation was issued on the 9th January 2025 via email annexure LA01 and LA02. I would like to go to annexure
Yes.
LA01.
Yes, that appears, if you flip over, it will be on top, it will say page 1, on top right. You'll see there are little flags there, it says LA01, and then it says 1 on top. Are you there?
I'm there.
Thank you, Mr. Phiri.
The email should be read from the beginning, at the end, wherein Mr. Herman
You are
Sukholele,
referring to page 2.
page 2, yes,
Thank you.
wherein Mr. Herman Sukholele, who is the engineer consultant within the water and sanitation business unit or department in the city of Tshwane, says, attached find updated list of security deployment need. I hope to hear from you soon. This is in the middle of conversations that started in November, but this one clearly gives me, Chair, the authority and the instruction at the very same time. On page 1,
Sorry. This is from Mr.
Herman Sekgole.
Herman Sekgole, and it's addressed to Mr. Malachi.
It is addressed to Mr. Malachi,
Yes.
but Chair, if I can take my time and say, I want to indicate when it started.
Yes, I'm sure you already see the point I'm making, which is
Yes.
I see nothing addressed to you.
Yes, it will be on the first page.
Okay,
But
all right.
it started on annexure LA 04.
04.
That's on page 10.
It will be on page,
10.
it will be on, it start at page 14.
Sorry?
Page 14, Commissioner.
14.
Yes.
Oh. Thank you. Please take us through it.
Yes, here at page 14 is the signature of, we call it a signature in the city of Tshwane when you send an email, of Herman Sekgole, engineer consultant. On the 25th of November 2024, Mr. Sekgole sent Mr. Chukudu P. Malachi an email, and he goes through, he says, "Good day, kindly urgently assist with the provision and placement of security personnel at Klapperkop Pump Station and Brickfield Pump Station." My inclination is that Mr. Malachi doesn't respond to this one on the 25th of November 2024. Mr. Herman Sekgole, engineer consultant, follows up on the 27th and says, "Good day, kindly receive below email that was sent to you on your work email. I was not aware that your email has a problem receiving messages." And I believe he doesn't get a response. That is my, because he sent it to a Gmail account. He further goes on at 12:35 in December 27th. Now, the first one was the 25th, the second one was the 27th of November. Then in December 27th, 2024, it will reflect that Mr. Sekgole says importance high in this email, but he sent it to Kagiso Molema, who I don't know his position is, to say, "Good day, afternoon Kagiso. Below find the response from asset protection. We will have to look at for a GL to utilize and attend to security needs at the pump stations." The GL is the general ledger. Here he failed to mention that it's a general ledger and a cost center, vote number, what we call it, whichever comes first, but we call it a cost center, they can call it a vote number. And now, the divisional head of the said department, water and sanitation, says, "Dear Headman, on January the 3rd, how far is the matter which pump stations have been identified?" I don't see where Herman Sekgole replies to Eiser Sekgwela. But I see that on the 6th of January, at page 10, Mr. Skholela writes another email, says, Mr. Malaji, kindly agently confirm you may be able to deploy security as the sites are vulnerable to further vandalism. We have, good day, is still Herman Skholela, sending now to Azer and Chukudu Malaji, and I'm not mentioned there. But importance still remains high. Good day, we have, it's on the 6th still. We have responded and forwarded all the information needed by Metro Police Department. We are still waiting for them to confirm deployment. Now this is not, I need to explain that when he says deployment, it is not, it changes. It doesn't become a request anymore. It becomes a deployment. Today, I just received the bad report that Klaperkop water pump stations has been badly vandalized during the festives. Now, on the very same day, on the 6th of January 2025, Mr. Chukudu Malaji.
And this email ends where you read first. Remember the part you read first?
No.
Or not?
This email starts at page 10.
10 years.
And ends at page 11.
11. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. I'm saying, remember you read this part first.
Yeah.
The part at page 11.
Yes.
So you read the end and then went to the beginning.
Yeah.
All right.
So should I read it?
No.
Okay. Commissioners, on the very same day at 2:30 p.m., we must take note that these conversations started in November 2024 on the 25th. Now is the 6th. Is the time now that Chukudu P. Malachi also responds to Herman Skholela. Now I'm also listed here because we had engagement before the 6th because we were supposed to deploy on the 31st at 12 o'clock midnight. Hi Herman, I have ordered Mr. Phiri to convene an agent meeting with you to discuss the deployment. I also want to make sure that we underline the word deployment because I will be asked about the processes. I'm just looking for my pen, Commissioner. The reason I'm underlining deployment is that we will discuss deployment when we go further. He says, I've ordered Mr. Phiri to convene an agent meeting with you to discuss the deployment and findings prior to the deployment of security on the 31st December 2024. But the date here says January the 6th. Now we go back to where I get my authority.
On the 6th of January, reference is made to the 31st of December.
Yes.
This is January 2025. So
Yes.
reference is made to 31 December 2024. Deployment of security on that date, 31 December. What did you understand this to mean? Why reference to a past date?
Commissioners, I would like to mention that on the 31st, when I received the call, I think it was on the 30th, I can't recall clearly, from Mr. Herman Skholela, we didn't agree because I said to him I needed to see what you are talking about.
So he was saying deploy.
Yes, he was. In fact, he had already made arrangements for Gubis to deploy.
Okay.
And now
And had deployment taken place already or not?
I stopped it
Oh, okay.
on the 31st, and I said, I'm not around, and I cannot do it.
Okay.
Yes, and then I cannot do it even on the 1st,
No. That happened on the deployment on the 31st?
on the 31st.
All right, okay.
Now, commissioners, you will see that we are speaking about the 31st, but we are already in January 2025 on the 6th.
Oh, so effectively then, Mr. Malachi was saying a meeting should be arranged between you and Mr. Herman Sekholela to discuss a deployment that had already taken place on 31 December 2024.
Yeah, which I did not
Yes,
effect.
yes. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, okay. Please continue.
Can I just understand, when you say a deployment that had already taken place, are you agreeing with the chair that on the 31st of December, there was in fact a deployment?
There was a deployment, the guards were there,
Okay.
and
But you stopped it,
I stopped it.
and they
Yes,
went
because-
off-site.
And they withdrew?
Yeah, they withdrew.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it a verbal instruction that they deploy? When you say there was a deployment, somebody must have told them where to go and what to do.
Yes,
So it was verbal.
when they talked to me, it was a WhatsApp message and then a call from Herman Sekholela.
Okay.
So it shows that Mr. Herman Sekholela had spoken to Gobis commissioners that you will deploy at this site where there is vandalism.
Yes.
But then I come, remember this thing started in November. I'm not privy to what they were saying at that time. I only come in at the stage when is the 31st. In fact, when I say the 31st, is that they must start at 12 p.m. That will be the first. So I'm saying how you, if they deploy, I must be there and see them. So it shows that they had an agreement and they went in and deployed. But in essence, they realized because Director Malachi was not answering them. He started answering them at the end. Then I was supposed to be there, or my subordinates were supposed to be there. But in essence, I must be there. It's a rule of delegation. I cannot delegate to another delegate. So I was not there, and I said stop. But I'm not writing an email. I've locked my laptop in the safe. It's festive seasons. Everyone is up and down, and it's the 31st. I cannot do that because I didn't see them. But then this question, the trade that I'm giving is to show how we got to the 9th of January. So we must go to LA 01 again. Now, in 01, the most important email will be dated Thursday, 09 January 2025 at 8:45, 2045, from a Gmail account of Director Chukudu Malachi. He is sending the email to Dr. Kwapeng Maditlaba via again Gmail.
Who is Dr. Kwapeng Maditlaba?
Dr. Elvis Kwapeng Maditlaba
Yeah, who is he?
is my direct supervisor.
I see.
Yes. He says to him, "Good evening. Kindly find request from Mr. Herman from the Department of Water and Sanitation for further handling. please get Phiri to run with the process and let's monitor the progress. Now, Commissioner, I don't understand here. When you say, please get Phiri to run with the process and let's monitor progress, it is explicit. It
And
gives-
more than that, I'm not querying you, I'm actually supporting you on this. More than that, on page 2,
Yes.
the preceding email from Mr. Herman Sikholela addressed to Mr. Malachi says, attached, find the updated list of security deployment need. So I emphasize need there.
Yes.
And then Mr. Malachi says, you must run with the process.
I must
In
run.
context, in context, it must mean that you are running with a process that relates to the deployment of security need.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, continue.
Yes. The emphasis must be always on deployment. Now, if we say, please get Phiri to run with the process and let's monitor the progress, I need to further explain that at that moment, we are at TMPD, but initially we were at City Manager's office. Now, if commissioners will allow me, I would like to go to LA02. On LA02, I will start on the email that is written on Wednesday, 15 April on Friday, May 5, 2023 at 12:47 by Mr. Navaphile. He says, hi Speaker, he's writing to group heads of departments. He says, hi Speaker, Chief Whip, Chair of Chairs and colleagues, please find attached the security details as discussed at this morning briefing convened by the City Manager. CM is City Manager. Kind regards. Navaphile, Executive Specialist, OCM and MEO, Office of the City Manager, Municipal Electoral Officer. Here he tells the Office of the Speaker, Office of the Executive Mayor, security preparedness for IDP and budget community consultations, and then he outlines everything. That I'm not going to read. I'm going to read what is important for this commission. He says to them on that page 4, there is a page missing here. I
Mr. Musigiri,
anticipated that
are you in a
it can
position to assist, or you or the attorneys?
Chair, this is what we received from Mr. Phiri himself. So this is all we have, unfortunately.
No, I think it's missing. When we were at the office, the machine was playing its games. But I have it here.
Mr. Phiri, perhaps you can come back to this after the tea break. Do you think it's 25, the tea break takes 25 minutes.
Yes.
Do you think within that time you can get hold of this document?
Yes, I have it. I will avail it too. It's just a document to show
But yeah,
why Director Malachi will know that I'm an overall coordination and command. It's me.
Okay.
So, but that was in the city manager. I don't know how they work in the TMPD now.
Okay.
But I will avail this document.
Or at least that completes the picture in
The
terms of what
picture.
you wanted to tell us about
Yes,
the
the
missing.
authority and how the instruction came
All right.
about.
So we are able to continue then.
Yes.
Do you still want to speak to the emails, or do you want to proceed?
No,
from
I
your
think-
statement now.
I want to proceed to my statement because this covered the authority and the instruction, just to exonerate myself that I didn't just wake up and become a rogue inspector at that time and started deploying. There are paper trail that shows I did what I had to do. And I would like to mention that in the police structure, the rule of delegation, and it's a funny way, delegatas and non-potest, it doesn't work that way. In the police, it's command and control. They tell you, you do, and then you will explain later why you think. So it's another thing.
Unless it's an unlawful instruction, of course.
Yes, when it's an...
I'm not suggesting that this one was.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm on paragraph 7. My designated role was akin to security coordinator for municipal departments experiencing security vulnerabilities. The establishment procedure was that when a user department required security assistance, Director Malaji will provide me with an instruction, which was often through email, to timeously facilitate the necessary deployment. On the 10th of January 20, I received an email from Mr. Herman Sekholela for updated list of sites for deployment. Now, in this annexure LA03, is page 7 of annexures. He says on the 10th of January 2025, 11:23 a.m. He sends this email to me, Dr. Madlanga, and he says, Mr. Phiri, I hope this email finds you well. This is the updated list. I was supposed to start with 2 on the 31st, but if commissioners go to page 8, the pump stations are now 19. So this is what I must confirm. They are there, and then I must go and check them. Now the deployment is no longer on my hands. It's on Mr. Herman Sekholela. He allocates, he identifies. Mine is to go and make sure. Yes, now I'm on D, deployment for water and sanitation of my statement, page 3, where it reads, during late December 2024 and early January 2025, an emergency arose regarding severally sabotaged and vandalized reservoir and pump station, including infrastructure situated in all 7 regions of the city of Tshwane. The context of this vandalism is critical to understand. The destruction was not random. There is an established modus operandi whereby criminals intentionally vandalize the reservoirs and pump stations to halt the flow of water. Once the municipal water supply is stopped, illicit operators utilizing water tankers illegally draw water directly from municipal hydrants to sell. Paragraph 9, on or about 30 December 2024, I received communication from engineer consultant Mr. Herman Sekholela within the Water and Sanitation Department requesting security at 2 specific pump stations. I actively resisted deploying guards at that time and instructed the service provider to halt my deployments by 31st December 2024. As I was out of Pretoria and had not yet physically verified the locations or extent of the vandalism. On this paragraph 10, on 6 January 2025, a meeting was convened involving Director Chukudu Malachi, Herman Sokolela, Dr. Kwapeng Madiklaba, and myself. During this meeting, Mr. Sokolela formally complained that my delay to deploy security blindly had cost the department an estimation accounting to millions of rands in damages due to theft and vandalism. I reiterated to Director Malachi that I could not authorize deployments without conducting physical site inspections. And the minutes of the meeting is with Director Malachi. I'm not going to, it's the same instruction that I must convene the meeting. Commissioners, I would like to say here, on paragraph 10, the last sentence, where I say I reiterated to Director Malachi that I could not authorize it without conducting physical site inspections. Physical site inspections. Now I'm doing physical site inspections because already the department has already identified their company. They've already identified their risks. They have already allocated. But I stopped it. But I know now I'm going to check. It's already done. Mine is to satisfy myself that indeed this pump station or reservoir is vandalized and there must be people who are guarding the place. So it is no longer, in a normal circumstance, what I will do is I will do a security risk assessment and say to them, this is what I think. But in this regard, I'm doing physical site inspections.
Was this the first act of vandalism of this nature, that is of reservoirs and water pumps?
No, sir.
I'm asking this to understand why you would want to first go and see if there has indeed been vandalism. So you basically say vandalize first before we deploy security. I'll come check if there has indeed been vandalism, an act of vandalism.
Commissioners, I would like to say this. Reservoirs and pump stations are located in areas that are far from the communities. They will be in areas that are imaginable. Now, what happens is it will be a reservoir and a pump station. So criminals will vandalize the pump station, and the department, because now the community needs water, will replace the pumps. And within 7 days, they will be stolen again. So in areas like that, what a normal practice is that before they replace, we put security first. So that when they replace, security is already there, now is guarding the place. But in a normal circumstance, your reservoir will be around many kilometers. I don't know how these engineers work, but the pump station will be very far. So criminals will come, they will not be able to identify where is the pump station. So they will go to a reservoir and not find the pump that they want or materials that they want. And when we say a pump station, we are talking about a pump that is a GVM of a vehicle will be 1320. So that one will be more than that. So to avoid that, we put security at that and then they replace after. Yeah, it takes a longer time. That's why you will find communities having uprising, because it won't take, they have to order it, they have to wait, but security will be there, and then when they put it, the security will remain there. And when the department deems maybe the place is safe now, and then they will say discontinue the services of the security. That's why the need for ad hoc security.
Oh, all right, thanks. Something else that I think is relevant to the vandalism. You earlier said criminals will vandalize and then get water from municipal water hydrants. And
yes.
You said sell the water.
Yes.
Would this be selling through the use of water tankers and providing water to communities, basically selling, in a sense, the water to the municipality, or you are referring to something else when you say sell the water?
Commissioner, it is in two folds. One is that you vandalize it, and because, and I'm not casting aspersions on people businesses. I'm just saying, when I say in two folds, I mean in the city there is a tender of supplying water through water tankers. Now, that tender is not like the security tender. The security tender is fixed for 3 years. That one is also 3 years, but as and when. So you might get the tender, and for 3 years you might not get the business. So if pump stations are vandalized and sabotaged, now the communities need water. Water tankers must start working. So
you can not put it higher than a suspicion. You cannot say it's the people who run those businesses would do that. You can.
No, I cannot
all right.
say the people who will be doing it.
No, I understand.
That's why I said I don't want to cast.
Nor can I.
Yes.
Please go back to your statement.
Yeah, I'm on paragraph 11. Regarding the specific allocation of these protective services to the service provider known as Gubis 85 Solutions, I must state unequivocally that the company was chosen by the management of Water and Sanitation Department and not me. As when I followed the commission, I had people saying it was not like that.
And this is the same company that had already been deployed on, was it 30 or 31 December?
Yes, it's the same company.
This very company?
Yes.
So you stopped this company?
Yes, I stopped them, but I did not stop them.
No, that's all I want. That's all I want.
Now I'm going to paragraph 12. The Water and Sanitation Department specifically mandated the use of Gubis 85 Solutions Pty Ltd, citing that they were already utilizing this service provider. On this statement, when I come to citing that they were already utilizing this service provider, I need to read the whole statement and then I will come back to citing to that sentence, or must I explain it? Chair.
Mr. Musigidi?
Do whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Okay.
To make sense to what you are trying to convey. Thank you.
Okay. While following the proceedings, there were assertions that in May 2024, this company was deployed to a certain site somewhere, and I was involved. And I will just say it's incorrect. People were just shifting the blame to me. These questions of why they were using it, I was not involved. I started being involved in January. So I was not involved from May up until December. So I want to put it clear that if Mr. Herman Sokolela or his bosses come here, they will have to explain why they were using it without the knowledge of APSS. So I was not involved in that one.
Without your knowledge, because you are the coordinator according to that
Yeah.
2023.
Yes,
city
coordinator
manager
and
document.
command,
Coordinator.
overall coordinator and command. In fact, they wanted to say overall coordinator and commander. Yes. Let me start again. The Water and Sanitation Departments specifically mandated the use of GUI's 85 Solution Pty Ltd, citing that they were already utilizing this service provider services and refused to engage multiple different service providers for budgetary and administrative reasons. In fact, the department was already utilizing GUIs before I was even involved. And I'm aware there were existing prior invoices for approximately, now I'm thinking to myself because I once saw an email. That's why I say approximately 2 million generated by GUIs for service rendered to the department. What I'm explaining here is that they were using it and the services were not paid. Hence, when I listened to the CFO, the owner or Andrew Phiri wrote an email about it. And from May to now they are talking around November or December. They are talking about this. What I'm saying, they are utilizing. And I think the CFO outlined it very clear that the department instructed, we were not involved, the APSS were not involved at this stage. Is then that they are not paid for, I think, 7 months that they start talking about it. But now they include it to the next year, but I will explain further.
You're referring to the CFO's evidence in this commission?
In this commission.
Mr. Mnis's evidence in this
Yes,
commission?
of which he was talking about financial years and accruals and that May could not be paid because the new financial year came in and then it was already on the new financial year.
Yes, we have that evidence.
Yes.
I just wanted to be clear that it's not something that happened in the city. You are referring to evidence.
I'm
in this
referring to the
commission.
commission evidence that was given by the CFO. Now I'm going to paragraph 13. Furthermore, the Water and Sanitation Department had already made promises to GUIs that they will commence work on the night of 31st December 2024. GUIs personnel were essentially already working and deployed to sites prior to me issuing the official deployment letter. As the paying end user department, the department dictate their preferred service provider and mandate was strictly limited to facilitating the base of their operational instruction. The basis, I wanted to say the basis of their operational instruction. I see I said annexure 4 here. Can I look at it? And, this is where Mr. Herman sent this is when we had the meeting with Mr. Herman to speak about the deployments before the updated list can come on page 10 on January 6th.
It's about you being ordered to convene that meeting.
Yes, and then knowing that GUIs will be working in those sites. Now remember, on the 31st, already they have already hired the staff. What they are waiting for is for me to see them. The reason is that when I say as the paying end user, I should have said as the paying end user, business entity, water and sanitation. They've been working with Gubis, now they want to continue working with Gubis. And there's nothing wrong about that. I think this question answers the question of, I think, impropriety, why Gubis was given so many sites. Gubis was not giving many sites by APSS Inspector Phiri. It was giving sites by the department, the management of the Department of Water and Sanitation, through their representative, Mr. Herman Scholela.
Where does the power lie to select a service provider? Does it lie with the department in this context, with the department or with your section?
In my 15 years experience at Protection Services, which is now called Watchman Services and APSS, it lies with us when we allocate to them. But on ad hoc services, a person will request, let's say, power station. He will come to us and say, guys, you have company X. Now, company X works at the power station with 5 guards at day and 10 guards at night. But now I'm going to deliver 50 mini-subs. And your guards that you allocated to me, they are manning the gate and other premises in the power station. Now, what I need from you is that I need physical security and control for those mini-subs. Now, for that to happen, I need 4 guards on the entrance and 2 guards at the exit. It's just an example. But then at that power station, company X is already there. So in our language, we call it double packing. You cannot bring another, he will tell you, you cannot bring another company to come and work with company X, and then you bring company Z. Accountability will be lost there. But if you bring this company, I will be able to hold them responsible if one mini-sub goes missing. Now, logic dictates he's right, because accountability will remain with one company. It will be able to penalize them if that 2 million mini-sub goes. But if, let's say, a tender is approved today, and then we include that duty in that tender, we allocate now, because the budget that belonged to Watchman Services is centralized. So if we already have 50 reservoirs that must be, let's take a typical example of this one, where it's 37 reservoirs and pump stations. If we have them now, the department is not going to pay any longer. But because when they requested at that time, they were using their GL account and their cost center, they allocated a certain company. But if now the guards are 10-day, 15-night, it will come from the budget of the TMPD, no longer from the budget of electricity for power station. So we only allocate at that stage. But immediately when they decide to increase security, it becomes another story. So on this one, the anomaly was that the reservoirs and pump stations were scattered all over 7 regions. But water and sanitation decided to use only Gubis. And for their reasons, which are unknown to me, but I can think that they are competent.
Just to make sure I understand the response, when I asked my question earlier, I put it in general terms.
Yes.
Let me be more direct now and ask whether water and sanitation had the power to select Gubis. Could they say Gubis and no other entity deploy Gubis? Did they have the power to do that?
I can't find a synonym for power, but I can.
Legal entitlement within municipal prescripts.
I've never came across it. I've never came across such deployment. But because it happened, I don't know if I can say this, but I can say it. The reason why the invoice was not paid, the 2024 one, I want to say this.
I'm not there.
No.
If maybe think about it and come back to it after the tea adjournment, and perhaps let's proceed in the meantime. Mr. Musigiti.
Okay. I was
Thank you. You can
on.
continue. Yes.
I'm on E, the evaluation and assessment of processes. When tasked with a deployment, my standard operating procedure was to physically visit the sites to conduct a security assessment before issuing a formal deployment letter. Because coordinates were often insufficient to locate remote infrastructure, I required the use of the department, office not there, of the department technicians to physically accompany me to the vandalized sites. Paragraph 15. Upon inspecting the premises,
Mr.
I will
Phiri?
formulate a
Mr.
security.
Phiri, can you, if you may, do you have the name of the department technicians
I
that
don't have.
accompanied you on this instance?
I don't have the names because they will send me maybe a phone number and the name. But remember, it was in 2025, and I've changed phones 3 times. So I don't have their names because remember, water and sanitation is in 7 regions. So in every region, I will get a technician there waiting for me. But some of this reservoir, I will know them. And sometimes I will not require, like in Region 6, Region 5, Region 1, I will not require anyone to assist me. You will just tell me and I will know on top of my head where it is. But some, it will be a new thing to me. And then it will be, sometimes I will drive almost next to Midrand and then see there's a reservoir. And
That's fine. I just wanted a name if you have one. But
no, I don't have
fine.
names, but
Okay. All right, now let's continue.
yes. Paragraph 15. Upon inspecting the premises, I will formulate a security recommendation detailing the requisite personnel and resources, for instance, recommending 3-day shifts and 5-night or 1 vehicle and with guards. I don't know if the annexure speaks to that. Annexure 5.
Page 15.
Page 15.
Look at 18, page 18.
Yeah, it started page page 18. Yeah, I think it started page 19, where it says where Herman on Tuesday, 31st, 2024, at 6:30 p.m., where he says to Kagiso, who I don't know his designation. Hi Kagiso, I agree with your suggestion to utilize Jobbing GL. It is one relevant for this purpose. Colleagues, the relevant GL and cost center for the security is as follows. He puts in the general ledger account and the cost center, the vote number. They are there. Herman now goes to Mr. Malachi and says, Mr. Malachi, below found the agreed GL and cost center. Regards, Herman. I'm also not the preview, I'm not CC'd. It's on the 31st of December when I stopped there. But then when Director Malachi responds, he includes me on this email with Dr. Elvis Madiklaba and myself. This is sent to us. He says, colleagues, below find, it's on the 7th. The email was written by Herman Sokolela on the 31st of December. But now the meeting has happened. Now, Director Chukudu Malachi now, he says on the 7th, colleagues, below found correspondence indicating that the GL and cost center number from which the services will be paid for further handling and agent deployment of security at both Klapperkop and Brickflix. The service provider shall submit all invoices to the Department of Water and Sanitation for payment now. Mr. Herman Sekholela for payment purposes. There's no other thing that is mentioned here. Is payment by Mr. Herman Sekholela at Department of Water. The service provider will resume deployment on security guards today, 07/2025 at 18 p.m. as follows. Klapperkop Pump Station, 6 armed guards day shift, 6 armed guards night shift. Brickfields Pump Station, 5 armed guards day shift, 5 armed guards night shift. 1 times patrol vehicle, armed, will be deployed per shift. Hope you find the above in order. Chukudu P. Malachi, Director, Asset Protection Services.
I noticed that with this one, this is almost a deployment letter because the service provider is copied.
Yes.
I see there's Calvin from Gubis, and there's Zakele from Gubis, and there's Andrew from Gubis. And they are told that this is where they will send the invoice to, and this is the date of the deployment, and these are the guards that will be deployed, and these are the pump stations in which they will be deployed.
Yes.
So this is equivalent to a deployment letter
It's
for these 2 pump stations.
Yes.
But this is before the other 17 were added in the updated list.
In the updated list. Thanks, Commissioner Kumalo. I think this one we will pick it, we'll come back to it. But an impression is created now that mine is to go and see this, but the standard guards have already been discussed. Mine now, through my supervisor, Elvis K. Madiklaba. Well, the email says to Elvis K. Madiklaba, but I know it's intended to me. It's because we had a meeting the previous day. But remember now, I'm busy checking. The reason I went to that page 18 is because Upon inspecting in paragraph 15, I'm saying, upon inspecting the premises, I will formulate a security recommendation detailing the requisite personnel and resources. For instance, recommending 3 day shifts, 5 night shifts, or 1 vehicle with 8 guards. But then, I want to highlight that here, even if I recommend, the recommendations have already made. They were already made. I don't know if the commissioners understand me. It means mine now is go and see if there's 6 day, 6 night. So this shows that I'm not acting ultra vires. Someone is acting ultra vires. And command and control says, go and say, make sure it's 6 day, 6 night, and a vehicle with armed guards. And I get there, I fight 6 day, and I send the monitoring team, go and check at night, is it 6 day and 1 vehicle? They say, hey, Ndona is 6 day, 6 night. Mine is done.
You're not being asked for a recommendation in 18. It's already done because
It's already
they are
done.
saying the deployment will happen 1800 hours as follows.
Yes,
So it will happen.
it will happen.
You're not being asked to recommend whether it's necessary.
No.
And perhaps to round off the point, you would not have been involved in the assessment and the recommendation of this particular one,
No.
because you came after.
Yes, I came after, and then it was clear to me. Remember, people, when they refer to me, they say I'm a junior member. And I'm sitting here with my supervisor, the director, and I don't know what position is an engineering consultant. I cannot assume anything. But when they say that, you understand what they are saying. You must just go and see that this happens. But that I will outline again later.
No, that makes sense. Let's continue. Thank you.
Let's continue. I'm on paragraph 16 now. It was only after satisfying myself that this infrastructure size existed and had been verified that I signed off approximately the first batch of deployment notices on the 14th January 2025, which officially became effective on the 15th January 2025. The purpose of this ad hoc deployment was to secure the premises adequately so that water and sanitation could safely execute repairs and reinstall infrastructure.
Sorry, Mr. Phiri, can you just explain so that I understand? So in this paragraph 16, are you describing a process that applies to the instruction in page 18, LA05? Are you saying that following that Malachi email, which tells you and Goobies about the deployments, you then issued the deployment letters? Is that the relationship between the two documents?
May I kindly ask the commissioner to repeat the question?
Okay, what I'm trying to determine is, or to understand is, in paragraph 16, are you explaining a process that this is what happens and this is what I did? Or are you saying in paragraph 16, that you issued those deployment letters on the 14th in relation to page 18 instruction from Malachi, Klapperkop pump station, Brickfield, and 1 patrol vehicle?
Okay.
It's just a clarification. I'm not fighting with you. I just want to make sure I understand the sequence.
No, thanks, Commissioner Baloyi. Here I am explaining my duties. My mistake is that I didn't go further to say my recommendation were already disregarded. So I had to work with what they give me. If they say at reservoir in Easteres, already they have given me the numbers. Mine is to verify and make sure that the deployment letter speaks to what is written on page 18.
What's confusing me is in 16, in your paragraph 16.
Yes.
You say the notice, your first batch of deployment notices was on the 14th of January.
Yes.
And officially became effective on the 15th of January, 2025. That's what you say in 16. Yes. But Director Malachi's email at page 18 says the deployment starts on the 7th of January. So I'm trying to understand the relationship between this page 18 email and you're saying the deployment notices became effective on the 15th of January.
Commissioner, I also saw that after my statement, but to be clear, I remember that on the 14th, the thing is, I don't have the actual invoice. I might have said effective 15th, and they have started on the 7th. But already on the 7th, I knew that they were on site. Yeah, but because I was going around, remember it's no longer 2. It's a first batch, which is about, I can't remember, 15 or 17 or something. Now I'm still going around checking the batch that I have. And when I write this, if I have seen the actual invoice, I would have known that what happened there.
Can I just try and summarize what I think you're saying?
Yes.
You're saying you issued your notice on the 14th, and, and therefore, and it becomes effective on the 15th.
Yes.
Right? Regardless of the fact that these have already deployed on the 7th of January. Your notice is the 14th, and it will be effective the next day.
Yes, I'm saying to them, this is effective on the 15th.
Yes.
But remember, my deployment letter is give effect to working.
Yes.
But the actual invoice, the company might dispute my letter and say, but we started, and then bring evidence to that effect.
Yes, I understand. You did not backdate your deployment letter to fit in with the actual deployment. That's
no,
really
I did not, because I wanted it to be on that day when I meet, I think, Kumalo. Or, yes.
I understand. Thank you.
Thanks.
And how was that to sit comfortably with what's at page 18 by Mr. Malachi, which says the guards were to be deployed with effect from 7 January? How would your stipulation that effective 15 January, how would that sit comfortably with the 7th of January in Mr. Malachi's email? Just to understand, I'm not...
Yes, commissioners, remember now, they are at my mercy, and I'm telling them, I must go there. But when this question comes, I'm thinking to myself, because I didn't see the invoice, they might have deployed on the 7th, because now they are now CC'd on this email. Even if I say to them, effective from the 15th, if we check that my deployment letter, they might take it and dispute it with their evidence, because already they have the sheets that guards were there and stuff, and then they can use the date.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Sigiri.
Thank you, Mr. Phiri. You were just rounding off paragraph. You still have to finish paragraph 16. I think on the last sentence there.
Oh, the purpose
purpose.
of this ad hoc deployment was to secure the premises adequately so that Water and Sanitation Department could safely execute repairs and reinstall infrastructure. I've already done that. I must go to 17. 17th. Must I continue?
Do continue, yes.
Yes. Once,
Maybe just reading that it falls under the heading oversight and allegations of impropriety.
yes.
Thank you.
Once the guards were deployed, the monitoring and daily oversight of this personnel were entirely handed over to Water and Sanitation Department. The Tshwane Metro Police Department, TMPD, APSS monitoring team, thus supervised these ad hoc placements. So they have visit sheets, or we call them visit sheets, where they go and check if the guards are there. The paying department is also responsible for monitoring the service provider. Furthermore, I had no further interaction or relationship with Gubi's Solutions once the deployment were processed.
You should just continue unless Mr. Musigidi.
Mr. Msikidi.
I'm saying you should just continue.
Okay.
Keep reading unless Mr. Musigidi.
Paragraph 18 deals with the last question, and then I did not put it here. I don't know if Mr. Musikidi, can you read it to me so that I answer this one?
Paragraph 18.
Yes, I'm on paragraph 18, but there is no heading.
No, continue as in your statement.
As in my statement?
Yes.
Okay. It was asking me about generating of POs and paying off, but I'm going to 18. I'm not responsible for generation or creation of purchase orders. That is the sole responsibility. In this case, it was going to be the sole responsibility of Department of Water and Sanitation. As in 18, it was told that the invoices must go to Department of Water and Sanitation or TMPD Finance Department. And I have been made aware of inferences suggesting that I may have favored Gubi's 85 Solutions or received incentives for channeling work to them. I categorically deny this allegation. I executed my duties strictly pursuant to instruction from Director Malachi and the explicit directives of Water and Sanitation Department without any improper motive or corrupt relationship. Concluding remarks, I maintain that my actions regarding the deployment of Gubi's 85 Solutions were transparent and executed entirely within the perimeters of instruction and then handed down by my superiors and the requesting department.
All right. Before we go to your second statement, Mr. Phiri, on paragraph 17, on page 6, just one page back, just to seek some clarity, when you say I had no further, so that's the last sentence. When you say I had no further interaction or relationship with Gubi Solutions once the deployments were processed, can I just understand? I understand from the email, and I think Commissioner Kumalo would have also highlighted to you that Gubi's was indeed copied on that email.
Yes.
So when you say no further interaction, what do you mean by that? What other interaction would you have prior to that?
When I say no further interactions, I'm meaning on the ad hoc services.
Okay.
Remember, they are on the main tender, and I don't have any further interactions with them about ad hoc services. Mine is but I have a duty to interact with them on the main tender.
Yeah.
But for the ad hoc services, my job is done. They are supposed to send invoices to water and sanitation. Mine is to deploy. So they can come to me and say, Phiri, but we are not paid. They must go somewhere else now. So to escalate matters, they don't come to me. I've done my job. They must go somewhere else. So we don't have any further interactions about ad hoc services.
Yes, no, what I'm trying to understand is that there is an email copying some of the personnel from Goobies.
Yes,
And then you would have gone to these sites as you were asked to go and check,
Yes.
as it were.
yes.
So I understand the part where you say you have no further. I'm trying to understand what other interaction is there, if any, just to understand the word further. Because you would have just driven to Klapperkop and Brickfields, I understand, those two pump stations.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I have further interactions with them because they work in regions, and if something happens in those, what you call reservoirs and pump stations, they will contact me and say, but we have a problem, we don't have a perimeter fence. But we are not speaking about any other thing other than that.
All right, that's fine. We'll come back to that. Let's continue. You just finished the concluding remarks. Is there anything else you want to add before we move to your second statement?
No, I have nothing to add.
Okay, thank you. Can we then start with your second statement?
Yes,
And this statement really deals with, there were some financial transactions which were picked up from your
my
bank
banking
accounts.
accounts.
And we were asked to clarify, explain some of them that we thought would be of interest, at least to this commission. And your statement really deals with that. Can we start there then? Yes.
Remember, I've already read 1 to 5.
Yes, no, there's no need for you to repeat. You can just
Yes.
pick it up at 6 under the financial statement topic.
Yes.
Start at 6, yes.
The first question there is that the Standard Bank account 5366, can I read this because this is my account?
Don't read the account
You-
number, please.
Yes.
You don't have to read the
So
account.
just say Standard Bank account and then deal with the other things.
Standard Bank account number, bond settlement amount of 1,472,776.02 cents on 11 December 2025. Here now I'm telling the nation that where I got the money.
So the question really was that we picked up that your Standard Bank bond account
Yes,
was settled
yes,
on the 11th of
On the
December
11th.
2025
yes.
with an amount of just over 1.4 million.
Hmm.
And then in bold, you're trying to explain how did you settle your bond?
We can just do this. You had received a lump sum in an amount that was more than the bond settlement, the amount for the bond settlement. And you had received that lump sum from the RAF.
Yes.
Yes.
But I received the money in 2024.
Oh, yes, yes.
And then I decided I will start where after that after receiving the money, I started loaning out a portion to my friends and family, but my intentions were to settle the house immediately after payment. But I saw an opportunity to grow the money through borrowing people and investing. I wanted to say investing. An ABSA account on the 13th of May 2025, credit transfer of 150,000. It is a loan from a friend of mine who owns businesses, and I paid it back. And the annexure is A2.
And before you proceed, just to be clear, Chairperson, Annexure A2, and you will correct me, only reflects the paying of the amount, not necessarily the receipt, you receiving the amount, not the paying back, as you say. So it only the reflection of you receiving the amount. Is that correct?
Okay. In fact, if you go there on the 13th of May, I received 151,462.07 cents BMW payment from BMW, and another one. Before you go to the 13th here, you will see that on the very same day I received 145,000 from We Buy Cars. And on the very same day I received this money that I borrowed from this friend of mine. The intention was...
Yes, Mr. Phiri, my only question was that what we see there, at least for the purpose of this question, is that we see you receiving the amount, because when you finish your sentence, you say, and I paid it back, and then you put A2. So I'm saying we don't have the I paid back as yet.
Okay.
Is that that should be that's what is on A2?
Oh, yes.
The receiving, not the paying back.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I was asking you.
Oh, this friend of mine said to me, you must pay back in cash.
No, it's fine. We're not there as yet. I was
Okay.
just saying A2 only shows you receiving. That's all for now.
Yes, it shows receiving,
Yes.
but at the very same time, when you go to the end,
Yes.
you will see that on the after loaning this amount, I sold a vehicle the very same day. And the very same day I made a purchase of 587,690.
Okay.
But on the 2 days after, I sold another vehicle. It's a credit to We Buy Cars. They paid me 124,000. And then just at the end of the page, I show you my balance. It's 101. So I already have the money to pay the guy. I want to send it back to him. But he says to me, no, I need it in cash. Because I don't know if I can mention, but we are professional gamblers. So we must use the money.
No, I understand that. All right.
Yes.
Do you perhaps have the name of the friend?
The name is William Supe.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Now let's continue.
On the 23rd October 2024, credit transfer of 45,000 Jabu. This is 2023 in October 2024. Jabu is also a friend of mine. He's a businessman. Here I'm saying, Jabu, it is a friend of mine who owns businesses and properties. On this date, he gave me a loan of this amount, and I paid it back. So the paying back, I will not have paper trail because I pay them in cash, as and when we go to our gambling spots. On the 7th of December 2024, credit transfer 6,004. I would like to put this in just one sentence. It's the 7th of the same day. It's the same day I'm paid by one Keriot Lulama Moeli. He pays me 6,004 and he also pays me 876,000 on the same day. So Keriot Lulama Moeli is a friend of mine where we have a social club. So in your statement, it will say Keriot, but in mine, it will say, he will reference Monday Social Club. So the two amounts is what we share at the end of the year. So whatever we do, usually I buy cars and sell them. Buy cars, and after buying cars, refurbish them, sell them to people, or sell them maybe at dealers. And that's how I roll, if I can put it that way. That's, I will buy cars and then sell them. I have spotters all over the city. They will tell me, we see a car there, and then I will buy it and then send it to a social club. A social club is what we, in the street, we call it a stockfell, but we call it a social club. So it answers the 7th of December. The 20th
Sorry,
of...
can I just understand? You say the 876 is payment to you from the stockfell.
From the stockfell. So Keriot Lula Mamueli is the chair. The bank allows 2 people or 3 people to come and collect the money. But the money won't be 876. It might be 4 million, 5 million, and 6 million, sometimes 9 million. And my share will only be this one that is written here. And then he will pay it to me. It's a social club, and in the street it's referred to as a stockfell.
Okay.
Yes.
So this 876 is it's what is being paid back to you
Yes, it's what
from monies that you have been putting into the social club.
to the social club.
Over what period would you
Over
have
a
put
year.
in? So in a year you had put in that number.
Yes,
And then it's now being returned to you.
yes, it's returned to me.
Okay.
And I derive this money by selling cars, gambling, and stuff like that. The same will go for the 20th of May, 2023. The answer is same for all the 35,000. I'm under the impression that this payment are made by a friend of mine called Papi Mohashe, who is a businessman, loaned me this money to acquire a new vehicle because I was involved in an accident and I didn't have insurance. So for the 20th of May, the statements will be on AA6, 7, and 8. It's on page 8.
So is it 1 or 3 payments
It's 3 payments
of the same amount?
of the same amount. Here I'm at the dealership, we buy cars. I see a car that has a potential that I need, because at that moment I don't have a vehicle. And I ask for a loan. They give me a loan on the 20th, and the very same day on the 20th, I buy the car and promise them to pay them back in cash. In fact, I negotiated the price here. The car was 105,000, and I negotiated the price through auction. And at the end of the day, at that moment, I use the money to pay for this car. And I'm left with 23,000, and I promise them to pay them back.
Mr. Phiri, just to be clear, and we don't get confused on the word they being plural, what you are saying in essence is that on the 20th of May, 2023, those 35,000 rand
Yes.
were from one person being Papi Mohashe.
I asked Papi
Yes.
to say, Papi, send me some money. I will sort you out I think it was on Saturday, the 20th of March or Friday. And I said to him, send me some money, I want to buy a car. And indeed, the very same day, I buy a car. And I say to him, when we meet in our corners, I will pay you. So I don't know from which account he pays me, but he pays me the money, he gives me the money, and I use the money for my intended purpose.
And this Papi, does he have another name?
You see, I cannot say, but I speak to Papi Mohashe. And then I'm telling him, I need this car by the end of the day. And I know that why I need that car at that moment.
No, I'm asking you a simple question to say, Papi Mohashe, does he have another name? The name Papi appears to be somehow informal. Did you know if he has another name that's formal, as far as you know?
That is formal.
Yeah, a name.
No, I know Papi as Papi.
Okay, no, that's fine, thank you.
Yes.
All right, that should then be the end of your statement.
Yes.
Is there anything that you need to add or emphasize on your statement?
No.
All right. Chair, it's 11 o'clock, or it's 11:05. Can we take some tea then?
Thank you, Mr. Musigiri. Let's adjourn and come back at 11:30.